Assalamualaikum. I'm Yom Aika from Group 1. Now we are going to present about algebra Pbl. Me and my group mate Muhammad Usnul Hadi, Muhammad Iqbal, Muhammad Hafizuddin, and Muhammad Hamir Al-Hazrain. Now I'm going to pass this section to Usnul Hadi to present about the introduction of arithmetic and geometric progression.
For the introduction, progression is a list of numbers or items that exhibit a particular pattern. The difference between a sequence and a progression is that to calculate its nth term. A progression has a specific formula and there are two types of progression. For the first one is arithmetic progression. An arithmetic progression is a sequence of numbers in which its successive term is the term sum of its preceding terms and a fixed number. Arithmetic progression formula is an equal to a1 plus an is the nth term and a is the first term and n is the term position, d is the common difference. For the geometric progression, a geometric progression is a sequence where every term bears a constant ratio to its preceding term. Geometric progression formula is an equal to ar is the general term, a is the first term, r is the common ratio, and n minus 1 is the same general term.
Now for Pbl table first case. First, penalty will be given to a construction company each day for delaying construction of a road. Reason: to avoid bribes from occurring. Any issues: what is the total penalty that the company would pay? Action plan with the questionnaire. Second, the penalty for the first day is 20,000. Ideas: the company work production is low. Okay. Any issues: how many days can the company survive? Action plan: identify the solution of the maximum day that didn't exceed the budget. Third, it increased each day by 10,000. Ideas: the workers procrastinate is their work. Any issues: how many days can the completion of work be delayed? Action plan: determine the type of progression for the issue. Fourth, the maximum budget for the company towards penalty is 1,650,000. Ideas: the company license expiring every 3 years. Action plan: search the formula of arithmetic progression. Okay, now for Pbl table second case. First, compound interest will be given if they invest in the bank. Reasons: the interest is for the benefit of the bank. Any issues: the interest is for the benefit of the bank. Action plan: point out all the content Iqbal's problem in the statement. Number 2, Iqbal invests 1,800 to the bank and want to keep money for a total of 5 years in the bank. The amount of money increase according how long we keep the money in the bank. Any issues? The amount of money will increase according how long we keep the bank. Action plan: by using geometric progression formula, we can help Iqbal to calculate the maximum compound interest that he can get after he finish his degree. Third, the bank will give 6% compound interest to the customers. The amount of money will be more than before. Any issues? The amount of money will be much more than before. Action plan: solve Iqbal problem by using a geometric progression formula.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Hafizuddin bin Nordin. Now, and my matrix number is 88211247. Now I will be talking about the problem background for the first case, that is arithmetic progression and its solution. The problem background is each day of construction delay will result in a fine for the construction business. The first day's fee will be 20,000 ringgit, and each subsequent day's fee will be additional of 10,000 ringgit. The corporation can afford to pay a maximum fine of 1,650,000 ringgit based on its budget. Determine the maximum number of days that the task can be postponed. For the solution of the first case. Firstly, we have to write the fee quantity paid by the construction corporation from the first day as sequence, and that will be 20,000 ringgit for the first day, 30,000 ringgit for the second day, 40,000 ringgit for the third day, and so on. The corporation can pay 1,650,000 ringgit as fee for this extension and more. So we have to write this quantity as a series. So the 20,000 ringgit plus 30,000 ringgit plus 40,000 ringgit and plus and so on. And the sum of the fee quantity is 1,650,000 ringgit. The formula for this case that we will be using is Sn equals to n over 2 brackets 2a plus n minus 1d times d, where the Sn will be 1,650,000, a will be 20,000, d will be 10,000. If we put the number in the formula, we will get n over 2 brackets 2 times 20,000 plus n minus 1 times 10,000 equals to 1,650,000. After that, we will solve the equation in the brackets, and we will get 40,000 plus 10,000 and minus 10,000. Then the 40,000 will be minus with the 10,000, we will get 30,000. And to get the over 2 at the left side, we have to move the over 2 to the right side, and we will get 1,650,000 to times the number 2, and we will get 3,300,000. While the left side, we will have to times the 30,000 plus 10,000 n with the n, and we will get 30,000 n plus 10,000 n squared. We can simplify the equation and get the 3n plus n squared equals to 330. The 330 we will be moved to the left side, and we will get n squared plus 3n minus 330 equals 0. Now we will be using the formula quadratic to solve the equation, and we will get n as a 16.73 and minus 19.73, where we can round up is as n 17 and negative 20. The negative 20 can be ignored, so the max number of days that can be postponed is 17 days. That's all.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Mio Ahmad Eka. My metric number is A8210,830. Now I will be presenting about geometric progression problem background and its solution. For the problem background, compound interest is a type of interest that someone will get from their previous interest if they invested money in a bank. So one day, Iqbal went to the bank to invest 1,800. He planned to keep the money in the bank for a total 5 years because he wants to use the interest from the investment to start a business after he finishes his degree in mechanical engineering at University Tun Hussein, Malaysia. The bank gives 6% compound interest. Thus, how much is the compound interest that Iqbal will get after he finishes his degree? Now, to solve the problem, we need to find the common ratio for the problem, R. By using the equation R equal to terms 2 over terms 1, where the T1 is 1800 and T2 is 6%, times 1800 plus 1800, and we will get 1908 over 1800, and the result for the common ratio R is 1.06. After that, we'll be using the equation of terms n equal to A times R in the power n plus n minus 1, where the Tn will be T5, A will be 1800, R will be 1.06, and n will be 5. We will get the equation of T5 equal to 1800 times 1.06 to the power 5 minus 1. So, solve the 1.06 to the power 5 minus 1 first. We will get 1.262. Then we times with the 1800 and we will get 2,271.60 cents as the total amount of money including the compound interest for his investment. That's all from me. Thank you. Now we'll be moving to the discussion and conclusion part.
Okay, now for discussion. We ultimately discovered the appropriate and correct technique to solve these issues based on both cases that we studied. For example, in the first situation, we solve and complete the problem using an arithmetic progression with the formula A equal to A plus n minus 1 multiplied by D. In the second scenario, we use a geometric progression with the formula A n equal to A multiplied by R multiplied by n minus 1 to eventually finish and solve the problem. Those situations were eventually solved and the correct answer was discovered utilizing an arithmetic and geometric progression method.
In conclusion, an arithmetic progression is a set of numbers in which the difference between the terms is always the same, like 8, 11, 14 and so on. This is the example of progression with common difference of 3. An arithmetic progression is a sequence of terms with a common difference between them that is a constant value. We opted to employ and apply this mathematical formula in our computation to achieve the final answer. The results reveal that the final answer is logic and appropriate. So, in order to solve and compute the task, we plan to apply that formula in our calculation. The geometric progression was also employed to solve the second case.